Hey gang, and welcome to another Genshin Impact reaction video. I'm ROFL the 3rd, and hey, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Come follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/ROFL the 3rd. That is ROFL Hog, and then 3 eyes, like I'm some kind of king or a pope. We play a lot of fun games over on my Twitch, one of which, of course, including Genshin Impact. We're in the midst of the Golden Apple Archipelago. We're about to do Diluc's story quest. By the time this video goes up, I will already have done Diluc's new quest where he has his fun little new bad boy outfit. But yeah, maybe a video about it on YouTube so you don't have to miss it. But if you want to see stuff like that live first, and possibly even for the only time, because I'm really bad at putting my stuff on YouTube, hop over to my Twitch. Don't miss the fun. Aside from Genshin, I play old games like Wind Waker or I don't know, some old Pokemon games once I figure out how to do that stuff on a PC and figure out how emulation works. Today we're reacting to the Sumeru trailers that Hoyoverse has put out. Now you may be asking, well, ROFL, what about the Fatui video? Come on, the Fatui video. What about that one? That would be a great video to make, except for the fact that I already watched it and yeah. Here's a quick reenactment of what it looked like when I saw it, though. Roll the footage!
Ah, bully! Another fantastic day at work today. I do say I've earned myself an old-fashioned doom scrolling upon Twitter. What's this? Why, let me acquire my seeing aid so I might make better reconciliation of what is before me. Oh my, is that a Twitter post? From the official Genshin Impact Twitter itself? By Jove, it's not only 15 minutes old! Oh, it's something about the Fatui harbinger. Well, I don't mind if I go right ahead with no conscience of the repercussions that viewing it now could withhold. Gadzooks! Great Scott! Oh! Oh!
Really should have thought about the repercussions of those actions. So yeah, I goofed it. I watched that video without thinking about how good of a video it would make to react to. Anyways, today we're here for the Sumeru trailers. There's 3 of them to get to. There were 2, until 2 days ago. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to make a video on the original 2, but then Mihoyo and put out another one. So we got a lot of content to get through today. We're just gonna be watching them back to back. I'll be giving my thoughts on them as I'm watching them, and then we'll talk a little bit about them at the very end. So here we go. I guess let's just get into it. All right, here we go. Trailer number 1. This one is titled The Fantastic Dendro Element or something like that. So it seems like we're finally gonna get some information about what Dendro exactly is all about. And this will be exciting for me because I did make a theory video about what Dendro does. So I'm really excited to see if any of the theories that I made come true. If you want to see what those theories are, before we get into this one, there's a little link up in the corner of the video right now that takes you to my theory video on what we will see Dendro doing once it's released. So give that a look if you haven't already. It's one of my best theory videos. I think it's one of my only theory videos if you don't count my Kingdom Hearts theory videos. Regardless, I tried to record this a couple of times and I realized that the videos that I downloaded don't have the closed captionings. The way it's gonna work is you guys are gonna see the video that I downloaded from YouTube, but I'm going to be reading off the closed captionings best I can from the actual YouTube video, which is the one I will be watching. So just so you're aware, that's what's happening. Still haven't seen very much of it. We'll find out if the rest of them have closed captionings or not when I get to them. Regardless, let's just get right into it, finally. So, for hopefully what is the final time of starting the first video. The video starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Hoyoverse, per usual. Statue of the 7 Archon. Those look like brand new treasure hoarders. There's a Dendro, oh, little bouncy mushrooms. Was that some, there's a flower. Can't wait to burn the shit out of that. Okay, the Dendro has elements, last piece of the puzzle in Genshin Impact's 7 elements. We intend to design it in a more systematic way. In version 3.0, we invited all the colleagues in the playing ground from the very beginning, along with our art and creative concept and writing teams to discuss it together. We hope to design a system with a high degree of synergy. Excellent. One more interconnected and easier to understand. Okay. There are 3 key words to the design of the Dendro element. Oh! Catalyst, wisdom, and life. Wisdom. There's 3 concepts, level design and environmental mechanics. They also have very strong connection to each other. Oh, interesting. Regarding Genshin Impact's element, on the one hand, it's combination between different elemental design languages. On the other hand, it's also based on everyday phenomenon. Okay. Our players have seen the electrocharge reaction, right? It's actually an everyday phenomenon that fits players' perception. Yeah, at the same time, it also provides the recovery aspect of the Hydra element and the energy aspect of the Electro element. Okay. Also, phenomena can easily steadily release energy. Okay. Based on the semblance, we introduced 2 more new reactions. Only two in version 3. Bloom and catalyze. Bloom is inspired by the real-life phenomenon of flowers blooming. Okay. And the catalyst concept of the Dendro reaction. On the other hand, is a completely original effect. Okay. From the collision between energy and the wisdom concept. Wisdom again. The phenomenon related to the catalyzer also has to understand with the local history of Sumeru. Alright. We have also added a lot of interesting area-specific gameplay in Sumeru. Based on the 3 reaction characteristics of burning, bloom, and catalyze, we defined a design concept called polymorphic transformation. Have a Dendro characteristic through interaction with Hydro, Pyro, and Electro. Interesting. Different states can be achieved, resulting in different interactive effects. We have also made a similar attempt in the ecology of monsters. You are exposed to and different elements you are exposed to. Okay, monsters will switch back and forth between different states. Other than changes in the attack methods in specific states, rare special materials. Oh! Players will have to experience for themselves in the game. We hope the addition can bring players a novel and interesting experience. Okay. Very interesting. So we're only getting 2 new interactions, which is a little different than what I was expecting. Huh. Only 2 new reactions. I thought for certain they would release one for every element, but I guess Hydro, Electro, and Pyro, we're not getting an elemental reaction for Cryo off of Dendro, which is interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Let's jump into video number 2 then and see what we get from that. This one is called Of Rain and Sand, and this one is likely just an overview of the region of Sumeru. But really quick, let's talk about what we saw in that video. We saw Dendro creatures and plant matter sort of shifting back and forth between states. We saw a mushroom wilting when we threw fire on it, and it seemed like using Electro on Dendro things sort of energizes them, and what they were saying is that you get unique drops depending on how you, depending on what element you use to deal with the Dendro monsters, so that's interesting. I don't know if I'm okay with that. But we'll see what happens, I suppose. Oh, and Dendro Travelers seem to have like a widespread burst attack and also a field effect! Like I was talking about in my Dendro theory video, that Dendro characters are gonna have field effects for them based on purely on Samura Trolls and the Dendro Slimes. Let's see what we got going on next. This is Sumeru, preview trailer 2 of Rain and Sand. Video starts in 3, 2, 1, begin. Hoyoverse. Ooh, I like this music. I like this scenery. This is a nice area. There's the Statue of the Seven. Ooh. Ooh. Sumeru is rather different from the major versions we've seen in the past. It's divided into two large parts, the rainforest and the desert. There are many things to pay attention to in the design process, which are reflected in 3 components of local characteristics, core themes, and use of fantasy. The landscape of the rainforest gives the impression of endless mountains, in comparison to the pillars of Liyue. And Inazuma's rugged and strong environment, the mountains and rocks of Sumeru are more in line with the tropical and humid region. These rocks with gentler contours along with massive trees are seen throughout the entire area. In terms of vegetation, we set out a very wide range of local plants as a reference. We wanted to reflect traits of vividness, vitality, and humidity among other tropical characteristics. Ooh, there's the desert. The desert has desert storms, oasis, and vegetation that needs water. Rocks erode by the wind and sand, and sacred ruins. Whoa, that area is cool! The overall design expresses the natural charm of both the rainforest and the desert, and incorporates many fantasy elements. We have been experimenting with design boundaries. We didn't want to come up with a very realistic design, but we didn't want to deviate too wildly either to achieve a good balance between exoticism, fantasy, and realism. The main vision of each area is also very important. The world of Sumeru itself provides excellent support for visual diversity. Oh, is that the college? It has a wide variety of fantasy elements. This content will be placed in different areas depending on the player's game experience and artistic logic. Okay. To provide a pleasant visual perception and emotional changes for players, so the overall game experience would be enhanced. When players first arrive in this fantasy forest, they will find a city built on a giant tree. Cool. This nation is blessed by the Dendro Archon. You will meet a group of adorable little spirits, the Kokiri, that only children can see. Help them solve a series of crises hidden in the depths of the forest, to gain their trust. And in the process, you will discover many unknown areas. There are forests with many enormous trees, and it rains all year round. Forests that have withered for some unknown reason. And also special ecological zones formed by huge umbrella-shaped mushrooms, I guess. In another forest, you will find, yeah, rains of giant between the cliffs and the mountain. That's a big-ass thing. I hope I don't have to fight it. Behind these fantastical forests, a mysterious force seems to be eroding them. That's not great. Look west from Sumeru City, and you will be able to see the desert area of Sumeru. Here you'll find mysterious ruins floating upside down tornadoes tearing through the sky. Okay. Beneath the vast desert hides many areas waiting to be explored. There's another giant robot. There's also a giant robot deep in the desert. And as to what this robot has to do with the robot in the forest, and where does the mysterious power of the forest come from, it'll be up to you, the travelers, to unveil the truth yourself. Okay. Well, alright. So let's talk about what we saw in that one. Obviously, a lot of scenery. It looks as if we're gonna get both rainforest and desert in one go as soon as 3.0 drops, which is good. I was worried we were gonna have to wait for the desert area to get released in like 3.2, 3.3 or something, and sort of like we had with all the islands of Inazuma slowly getting released in X patches on 2.0. I'm glad it seems that that's not what's going to happen. I mean, the place looks amazing. That wild triangle pyramid thing floating there, maybe not floating, I'm not entirely certain. Looks wild. Obviously, the vegetation is beautiful. I love that the Kokiri from Legend of Zelda are going to be joining us on this little adventure. So that's fun. Honestly, not a lot to talk about on that one, but I'm glad we got to see a lot of what Sumeru has in store for us. So, finally, is trailer number 3. It is Prelude to Wisdom, and just right on the cover, we have Kusanali. So I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. I've got nothing else to say. And let's just hop right into it. So 3, 2, 1, begin. Hoyoverse, as always. More music, love that. Oh, there was Celestia, I think. There was something in the sky. I thought that might have been Celestia. Sumeru is a nation that treasures wisdom. The affairs of state are handled by an organization called the Academia. According to what Miko said in Inazuma, knowledge in Sumeru is managed as a resource. And this is done through a Gnosis-powered legacy. Okay, left by the previous Dendro Archon, the Greater Lord, well, I can't say that name, called the Aksha system. Another interesting point is that in Sumeru, most people, especially adults, aren't capable of dreaming. Interesting. Which is why there's a saying that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Locals take pride in it, seeing it as a testament to their rationality and wisdom. Okay. The proper humidity and soil in Sumeru's forest ideal living grounds for shroomkin to thrive. Oh, those guys! To increase the ability to reproduce on the flora, the shroomkin have evolved, to the point where they became an entirely new species, the fungi. Oh, look at that guy! The highest form of fungi developed a strong animalistic nature. They are territorial and rather aggressive. Oh, look at that cat! The rainforest is also home to a variety of animals, and there are quite a few wonderful creatures among them. In Sumeru, we will also encounter a new force called the Eremites. Oh, they are settlers from an ancient civilization in the desert. They are not part of any nation's forces, but make a living with their own wisdom and strength. In short, they are mercenaries in a vast desert beyond the forest. There are many scars and legacies from the past. There are machines from an advanced civilization that guard the ancient secrets buried in the sand, so more ruin machines. There are also fierce beasts that have been affected and thus mutated by these things. The Eremites also have a claim to part of the legacy of this civilization, as a deterrent of last resort of crisis or something. As for what that means, you'll have to find out for yourself. The traveler will also meet various companions during their travels in Sumeru. As a nation of wisdom, the role of researchers is certainly integral. Oh, for example, as an Amurta, Tahiri also serves as a forest watcher. There's the new boy! The person you meet by chance, I didn't catch, from the Havent Academia. He's cute. Characters from other walks of life will also cross paths with the traveler. I'm reading as fast as I can, but it's difficult. Such as Daya. Oh! 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 She's the murder. Oh, oh no. Not her, too. Instead, pursue art and dance. Sorry, I'm getting... And the journey continues. Mysterious girl, Nadia. The general, Sino, and other characters also appear in turn. Thus far, the traveler's footsteps will finally reach Sumeru. Whether it's the scenery, the local customs and practices, or the companions along the way, it'll be a completely new experience for you. We sincerely hope to bring you an adventure worth looking forward to. I need to rewind that one. There was too much happening there. Tahiri also serves as a forest watcher. Okay, let's take a good look at this boy. He's got a little flower on his chest. He's got those good little ears. He's got that dendro thing happening. He looks great. Can't wait to have all these characters. I hope not too many of them are 5 stars. The person you meet by chance in Port Ormos, this dude, he looks to be like an animo person. Just by his coloration, this guy seems like animo. He does have a little green crystal embedded in his chest, though. Alhaithma. Alhaithma? I think that's right. Alhaithma is from the Haravatat. I'm gonna go with Haravatat for now. Alhaithma is from the Haravatat in the Academia. So he's directly from the Academia. I'm going to choose to believe he's animo right now just because of his light blue coloration. And he's got like little wings right there too. I'm gonna choose to believe he's animo purely based off of his coloration. Okay. New mom. New mom. Dea, who is a desert folk. And a mercenary from the Ermites. God, she's hot! We also have Nilo, who went off the beaten path. In such a land that values rationality and wisdom as Sumeru, she intends to pursue art and dance. I love her design. And the mysterious girl Nadia, the General Maruhatana Sino, and other characters. Okay. I think I pretty much grabbed everything I could from that. That just moved so fast. And there were so many names that were so difficult to say that I could not possibly fit it all in as I might have wanted. But, yeah, man. I really hope those girls are not 5 stars. I really hope those girls are not 5 stars because they are, oh god, especially that desert folk girl. That cat girl, leader of the mercenaries. Ooh, she's beautiful. And that dancer girl, oh, mwah. Ooh, so good. And the little girl who's definitely Kusanali. Let's be real, she's Kusanali. She's adorable. Can't wait to have her on my team because I will collect every single Archon. I will have every single one. God, I hope she's good and not absolute garbage. But, I mean, you know, we'll see what Traveler has going for them, and I will use that to base, generally speaking, what we're gonna see out of Kusanali, because I'm relatively certain that the Traveler is a mimic, and when they gain the power of the element, they gain what is essentially a lesser version of what the Archon of that element can do. That's all I got today, y'all. This was, enlightening. I feel full of knowledge and wisdom. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm so excited for 3.0. I'm very excited for Sumeru. I cannot wait to have Dendro, and I say it every so often on my streams, but y'all best believe I'm going to be the world's foremost Dendro Traveler main. There's Dendro Traveler main. I'm going to make them as good as I possibly can. We're gonna max out their talents, and I'm going to optimize their artifacts to be whatever is suited best for them. I will be the Dendro Traveler main, and no one will be better than me. No one. No one at all. I hereby make this claim, and I will be the best Dendro Traveler main. And so begins my shonen arc. If you want to see this shonen arc progress in its natural fashion as I climb the mountains and fall and do it all again, getting stronger and stronger through the power of friendship and shonen ridiculous anime tropes, come follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/ROFLHog3. Thanks so much for watching this video. Remember to check out my Dendro theory. I've got a couple other videos planned for this. channel that involved Genshin. I'm still working on my Legends Arceus playthrough. It's been a hot minute since I touched it. As far as like the videos gone, the playthrough's complete. I just need to get the videos up. Life is difficult, and I work for a living. And all of this is in my spare time. But if you want to help me make it my primary job, obviously, you know, come follow me on Twitch. Anyways, that's gonna be all from me. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, stay awesome, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye!